Yes, we'll stand right here. So, in preparation for this evening, Elizabeth and I took dance lessons, and it just occurred to me that I probably should have also taken public speaking lessons as well.
Yeah.
Elizabeth and I just really want to thank everyone for being with us tonight, especially all of our guests that came in from out of town. It was a risky maneuver to plan a wedding in December in Chicago, but I think the weather gods were upon us this evening. Now, you're going to have to forgive me, but I'm going to use a note card this evening, primarily because I want to make sure that I thank those that I intend to as part of these remarks. But also, it occurred to me as I was writing my remarks that maybe I've worked for my boss entirely too long and I've adopted some of his emotional aspirations. So I may have to look down here and there, so please bear with me.
Good thing.
Kim and Dick, you two are truly amazing, and this evening is absolutely beyond anything Elizabeth. Thank you for being such a wonderful example for what a marriage should look like. And thank you for welcoming me into your family and trusting me to love Elizabeth.
Yay!
I know how much Elizabeth has brightened your lives, and trust me, she has mine as well, so thank you. To my mom and dad, when I think about our future and what I want our family to be, my mind tends to wander to the past. And I want my family to be exactly what you gave me, and that's unconditional love and support. However, I preferred if our kids gave us less of a runaround than I gave you. But still, you all went to every single one of my games. You always answered all of the late night calls. And unfortunately, perhaps some of these efforts went unnoticed at times, particularly between 1997 and 2001, which were rough years in the Kevin McGrand Defiance Department. But ultimately, we made it. You always wanted what's best for me, and the day I introduced you to Elizabeth, you knew I had found it. Thank you for getting me here. To my siblings, thank you for being a constant source of support for me, and actually for us. To Sean, you're my best friend. Thanks for standing next to me today. And to Marissa, as Father Byrne mentioned today, it's widely known that to go on our third date, or to go on a third date with me after Elizabeth had met you, I was apparently too nervous to be my normal charming self, and it was because of your efforts that Elizabeth agreed to go on this third date. So, thank you for helping a brother out. It's really changed my life. To the Ross kids and to the Ericksons, you all joke that you don't play well with others, but from the beginning, well, almost the beginning, you guys at least gave me somewhat of a chance. It's really been smooth sailing since I nearly drowned trying to prove myself. But seriously, you all share an incredible bond, And though I've had to work hard at keeping up with you all and had to operate at a higher decibel level than ever imagined, it's truly been well worth it. So thank you all, and I look forward to a lot of fun memories to come, especially you, Jackie. I also want to take a moment here to thank and recognize 4 very special women in both of our lives. Grandma Margaret, Nona, Mum, and Nana. So at the risk of completely losing it on this topic, I'm going to be very brief here, but I'd like to say this. Nana, your dream came true. Yep. You walked down the aisle and you watched your girl get married. It's a moment that I, and actually that we, will never forget. And our dream to celebrate with you also came true. Tonight, Nana, you represent them all. Nona, who's in Italy right now celebrating with Peruvian nuns. And our 2 angels in heaven. So thank you for every ounce of love and support you've bestowed upon us. It means more than you could ever know, Nana. Thank you. And finally, to my wife. I just want to say, give you a massive thank you. Thank you for making me as happy as I am today. And actually, thank you for marrying me. And honey, I love you. That's it. Oh. So, for those of you who don't know, us men, too, we do have dreams about getting married and weddings. They're not the same as those of women with, big churches and wonderful flowers and all that. But us guys do have dreams as well. When I was younger, my dream was to marry a beautiful woman and be happy for the rest of our lives. Have a family with lots of children and have a beautiful, warm home. That's actually absolutely what I wanted from marriage. When I met Elizabeth, I knew that she was different. As you all have heard from the many speeches and everything else, she writes more handwritten thank you notes than any human being I've ever met. And you always marry the ones that write handwritten thank you notes, according to a very wise individual. But I always knew Elizabeth was different. She always made me laugh in a different type of way. And the feeling of happiness that I get when I'm around her can't be described. Elizabeth is more than I could have ever hoped for. She is my dream come true. So Elizabeth, thank you for being the love of my life and for being on my team now. So now, honey, let's go show this marriage some leadership.